Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR, HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Everybody, welcome to the Sports Doctor. I'm Dr. Bob Weil, sports podiatrist, Sports Doctor Radio, here on HealthyLife.net. Speaking of that legalese at the beginning of the show, I was just a guest on the show, the Legal Eagle and the Coach out of Texas. Great show talking about all aspects of sports medicine, quote-unquote legal. I want to welcome everybody for listening. You know, for so many different shows, we talk a lot about that everything is energy, energy is everything. So we're really going to look at that with our international energy expert and author, Dondi Dahlin, in a minute or so. Later on, we're going to talk the multi-positive effects of massage therapy and reflexology with my friend, previous guest, Mike McAleese. We'll talk about his open house coming up. But first, I want to welcome to the show Dondi Dahlin. Welcome to the Sports Doctor, Dondi.
Thank you, Dr. Bob. Good to talk to you. I'm calling you from San Diego.
I'm telling you here, we're live from Chicago, but spring is in the air almost. We're excited. A couple of weeks ago it was 10 below zero. You're in one of the many paradises that you seem to film some of your energy medicine, some of these things from. But I'd like you to talk a little bit right out of the box about your mom, her influence on what you do, with a little bit of a history and background with the whole world of energy medicine, Dondi.
Absolutely. So my mom is an energy medicine pioneer. Her name is Donna Eden, and she raised me in the work. She raised me in energy medicine. We now go all around the world teaching energy medicine. And in short, energy medicine it's just the very best. It's the best and safest and cheapest way to feel better no matter what is happening in your body. If you're dealing with illness and disease, or if you play sports, for people in sports, it offers mind-body healing, injury recovery, performance optimization. It's truly a self-empowering and almost effortless modality that anybody can do. Kids, adults, people who maybe are dealing with something very serious and they're bedridden, they can do energy medicine. And actually, we have several sports teams using energy medicine now, the St. Louis Rams, the Tennessee Titans, and the Cardinals.
Yeah, some of them call it mindfulness. You know, it's interesting on the Sports Doctor. We talk so much about the mental game. We talk so much about drugs in sports. We talk so much about the whole sports psychology side of things. Just a couple of weeks ago, Dondi, we had the three-time national rhythmic gymnastics champion and author Jessica Howard of the book EFT and Sports Performance, you know, the tapping, the emotional freedom techniques. So the whole area of the body being an energy system and paying attention to this is a exploding area, isn't it?
It is exploding. And EFT, tapping, energy medicine, these are all in the same worlds, and it's basically that we don't see the body as fragmented. We see it as one piece. The head works with the feet, the stomach works with the legs, and it's about...
You sound like the song I sing on the Sports Doctor, which is the foot bone's connected to the ankle bone's connected to the knee bone.
That's right. You know this. You know that everything's connected.
You know, now it's interesting because for many, many years, decades even, you know, Western medicine, as wonderful, as fabulous as it is, with its emphasis on the body as a biochemical system, therefore maybe drugs, maybe injections, maybe surgery, and the whole Eastern philosophies over the millennia, which is the body's an energy system, the acupuncture and these things. Is that the area that energy medicine is dwelling in, which is the body really is an energy system?
Yes, absolutely. And we work with different energy systems in the body, just like Western medicine works with endocrine system, nervous system, lymphatic system. We also have systems. And you mentioned acupuncture. It's a good one to touch on because most people are familiar with acupuncture. Well, energy medicine is similar to acupuncture, but we don't use needles. We use our hands. We use our hands and the pads of our fingers. So it is very self-empowering in that you can use energy medicine for yourself. You don't necessarily have to run to a practitioner or fight traffic to get to a practitioner to help you heal. You can do it on your own. And, when you start talking about Chinese medicine, which this stems from, and Eastern medicine and acupuncture, just as an example to maybe help your listeners, we look at energy pathways on the body, which are called meridians. We work a lot with acupressure points, which are like, you can think of them as little hot spots on the body where energy comes in and energy goes out, or energy can get stuck. So in Western medicine, they don't really think like Eastern medicine in that, let me just use an example. So everybody knows that, let's say, the small intestine and the large intestine sit in the trunk of the body. But in Chinese medicine, we know that the energy for the small intestine runs down the front of the legs, and the energy for the large intestine runs down the back of the legs. So if an athlete, for example, activates the energy of these two intestines through tracing their meridians or holding acupressure points, then they will undoubtedly become a better athlete. They'll strengthen their legs. They'll get the energy flowing through their legs in ways that the intense training can't always do. And so this is the way...
Your techniques also involve, and everybody listening to the Sports Doctor here, I'm Dr. Bob Weil, sports podiatrist. You could go to my website, sportsdoctorradio.com. You could listen to a lot of past shows. Matter of fact, all the past shows over the past year and a half or so on Healthy Life. Some of my previous shows on NPR here, and you can read lots of different articles. Another great guest, great topic. You could follow us on Twitter, where things are really exploding in so many areas, at SportsDocRadio, D-O-C. We're talking energy medicine. We're talking with Dondi Dahlin. She's an author of numerous books. She's an author of this, that I wanted to ask her about these energy minutes, really explaining to us the whole side of the safety and the instantaneous value. This is a big deal when you're talking about somebody, let's say, getting ready to perform, or somebody trying to get out of bed comfortably, and that kind of variability, which is stimulating, again, recovery or enhancing healing. These are big areas of what you do, isn't it?
These are huge areas of what we do, and the work is so valuable because in energy medicine, you will not suffer the side effects that you might suffer from a pharmaceutical drug. Or
what is your website for people? I know we're going to repeat it a couple times, but what's the website people could find out more about you and your energy minutes and your books?
Yes. So the best website to go to, we have a couple of websites, but the best one is learnenergymedicine.com. Okay. Learnenergymedicine.com. And there people can find out about the books, the book Energy Medicine and the Little Book of Energy Medicine. There's also some great resources on the website. We have a whole question and answer section of over 70 questions that people have sent in, everything from dealing with their autoimmune illness, their bunions, their diabetes, their gray hair, lazy eye, swine flu.
I just got to hope you don't replace orthotics with energy medicine. I might be in trouble. Although we had great success over the years with magnetic insoles, and again, that whole area of enhancing energy. You said you learned so much of this. You grew up in this with your mom. Now, your mom must have been challenged. Even today, the acceptance of general medicine, the acceptance of a lot of different specialties, and individuals around the world is so much better today. Your mom must have faced some real barriers when she first got involved with this, as far as the understanding of it or the acceptance, I would assume.
Oh, Oh, she did. My mom is very unique in that she has been able to see subtle energies all her life. She was born with this, call it a seventh sense that she has, and she kept it a secret because everybody thought she was a kook, including my dad. She later got a divorce. But no, she had a lot of backlash. I remember in the 1980s being a little girl, and my mom was getting invitations from people in Europe to have her come teach energy medicine in Europe, but she couldn't get any work in the U.S. People saw it as woo-woo and crazy, and we still deal with skeptics. But we have fun. We get a lot of skeptics at our classes. It's usually a woman dragging her husband along to the class, and we call them up on stage, and we show them what the work is, and we do a couple of different things on their body. And I have never, in 2 or 3 decades now of teaching with my mom, I've never had a skeptic come in and leave the skeptic that they were when they walked in. They're believers because it works. It works, and you can't deny it when somebody runs your meridian, let's say it's a lung meridian for your lungs, and suddenly you're breathing better. Nobody can deny that. Even if they don't know exactly how it worked and why your hand tracing a meridian down their arm allows them to breathe better, it works. And so, yes, my mom is definitely a pioneer. She has come a long way, and I'm happy that she's having the success she is, but mostly for her, it's about wanting people to be empowered, and she really wants people to know that there's a way they can heal themselves, and it doesn't cost a lot. Once you learn it, it's basically free medicine. You can keep doing it.
That's why I've always liked the term complementary. You know, sometimes in the past people would use the term alternative medicine or only holistic, which seemed to make a distinction between Eastern and Western medicine instead of like my namesake, the famous with his Santa Claus beard, Dr. Andrew Weil, where he would talk about integrative, mixed in Eastern and Western and all of these different things, where there was a mixture of spirituality, there was a mixture of a lot of things that people thought, look at the power of meditation in healing, or in even the power of the mental side of sports, where someone's in the zone, et cetera, et cetera. Tell us about your world-hopping energy minutes.
The energy minutes are a lot of fun, and people are really engaging with them. So the energy minutes are available on YouTube. They're free. All you have to do is go to YouTube and type in Wednesday Energy Minute. They come out every Wednesday. There's a new one. So today there's a new one, and it's my sister. She's in Ireland doing today's Energy Minute, and it's 60 seconds of an energy medicine or energy psychology technique, but mostly energy medicine, and it's easy. In 60 seconds, we show you how to do it. There are over 80 techniques now, over 80 energy minutes on everything from preventing the flu to dealing with allergies to dealing with depression or sadness.
Now, of course, the age variable is like 3 to 93, right? I mean, you're talking about a total gamut of, again, that mixture of prevention or enhancing performance or dealing with discomfort, inability to sleep, excessive depression, all of these kinds of things. This is a safe weapon to add.
It's a safe weapon, as you call it, to add, and I love how you use the term complementary medicine because you can add it to your own toolbox. If you're a person who has a regular MD you go to, just add this to your list of another tool that can help you be healthy in life.
So would somebody do a 10-15 minute regimen of overall health and fitness wellness program of a mixture of 3, 5, 7 energy minutes or whatever, or they could get that information again? What was the main website that's got the best one to go to for you?
The best one is learnenergymedicine.com. That's my mom's main website. And
okay, and they can find out about Energy Minutes through that website also, right?
The Energy Minutes are there, and they can also find out about the daily energy routine, which is what you're referring to.
Right.
A daily routine that only takes 5 minutes, and it's after 50, 60 years of this work, my mom has put together 5 minutes of what she thinks are the most helpful and easy exercises for people to do for their immune system so they don't get sick, so they can recover from injury, so they stay happy and healthy.
Yes, we had an interesting guest. We also met him in New York at the same symposium, the summit, where you and I met last year, Joe Pinella, who's got this healing movement systems combination of Tai Chi, Qi Chang, all these exercises or methodologies to stimulate natural systems. My second guest later today, we're going to be talking reflexology and massage therapy. You know, another natural great way to stimulate healing. But 5 minutes a day, boy, sounds really fantastic. Tell us about your book. Is that book out, or is that coming out, or the Little Book of Energy Medicine?
The Little Book of Energy Medicine is out. You can get it at our website, learnenergymedicine.com. You can find it on Amazon. And the great thing about the Little Book of Energy Medicine is that it was written for lay people, for people who have very little to no experience with complementary healing methods, with energy medicine.
I think that's a huge point, because the very basics of a lot of this, Dondi, is absolutely an educational challenge for most of us here in the United States who don't know how to spell energy medicine, let alone, or used to feel that way 20 years ago about high-performance training. Everything was dealing after the fact. So I think having a basic, keep-it-simple salesman approach is great. Everybody listening to the Sports Doctor here on Sports Doctor Radio and Dr. Bob Weil. You can go to my website, sportsdoctorradio.com, listen to a lot of past shows. You can check us out on Twitter at SportsDocDoc Radio. We're talking with energy medicine pioneer / guru / famous daughter, Dondi Dahlin, with this whole myriad. So you've had the opportunity to travel the world and incorporate even locations, whether it would be the Grand Canyon or the Tetons or wherever you were, as a great background for this whole energy medicine program. It sounds fascinating.
It is. It's wonderful. And
lucky you.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very lucky. We work hard, but we're so blessed because we get to travel the world, and the Energy Minutes, which come out every Wednesday, are filmed from a different location. So last week we were in Portugal, the week before Ireland and England, and there are several Energy Minutes that are filmed in the Bahamas and Mexico.
You have any sport? I'm going to have to work with you. We'll do something called Sports Energy Minutes.
Oh, I would love it.
Remember to follow up with that on me as I'm writing it down lefty as I'm talking to you. I think that would be, as I was thinking about asking you how the professional teams you've worked with and some of these others have accepted what you've done, I think something that might be a great cliche. Hold on, let me try to trademark that. Again, people are looking to stay as healthy as they can. The wellness is a big, important point, and all of these things. So it makes a lot of sense that whether people are very, very, very active or they're dealing with serious, serious situations, this can be a helpful modality.
Absolutely. I love the idea of your Sports Energy Minute. And it is booming in sports right now. There's a woman, her name is Dr. Erin Shannon, and her dad was Mike Shannon. They work with the Cardinals. He was a legendary player for the St. Louis Cardinals, and now she works with the Rams. And she added to a recent book, actually, by a man named Eric Leskowitz, and the book is called Sports, Energy, and Consciousness. And
that's a great title. And again, today there's a huge acceptance. Again, I call it on the Sports Doctor the mental game, which is all aspects of this whole powerful edition of whether you call it being in the right mood, getting in the zone, how do you stay in the zone, how do you recover from injury when you've had one setback after another. So it's great to see the sports inclusion is growing.
Yes, it is. It's very exciting.
But no less important for grandmas and the rest of us. And again, children is a big area that you include also, isn't it?
Children is a huge area, and there are lots of studies being done right now in educational kinesiology that deal with energy medicine in children. And I'll give you something so simple. If the people listening have kids, it has been studied that when kids doodle the figure eight, the symbol of the figure eight, or they make figure eight patterns in the air around their body, they have better performance with their studies. And it stimulates some activity, concentration. So many areas, Dondi, I'm going to really have you come back. Of course, maybe we'll come back. We'll launch the Energy Sportsman. But I want to thank Dondi Dahlin, author, truly one of the pioneers with her mom in the whole area of energy medicine. Her famous mom, the pioneer, Donna Eden. Thank you so much for joining me, Dondi. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back.
New Balance Naperville is calling on you to be unstoppable. That means realizing your goals no matter what's in the forecast because the conditions are always favorable. Being unstoppable means you continue to run or walk to meet your fitness goals. Discover the technology that can't be denied with the 1765 walking shoe or the cushioned 1080 V5 running shoe. Then get out there and be unstoppable. Stop by New Balance Naperville today on the northwest corner of Route 59 and 95th Street in the Jewel Osco Shopping Center, or visit newbalance.com. newbalance.com.
If you're like the 8 out of 10 women that say finding jeans that fit is a problem, well, your problem is solved. Lee Jeans has done extensive research, and they have jeans that fit. There's even an online Lee Fit Finder so you can find the right fit for you. Imagine jeans that instantly slim you with a custom fit and no gap waistband. And guys, kids, Lee has jeans for you too. Click through to Lee's Jeans on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and get what fits.
If you live in or near Aurora, Illinois and are into sports, you cannot forget about your feet. There are complex motions that come into play, especially in sports. Visit the offices of sports podiatrist Robert Weil for free foot screenings and foot mechanics. He even offers prescription in-shoe orthotics, the major tool for treatment and prevention of foot-related ankle and leg problems, as well as in enhancing performance. Call Dr. Weil now and make an appointment for your free screening at 630-898-3505. Call 630-898-3505.
With so many wonderful authors appearing as guests on HealthyLife.net, you can easily support their work by browsing the Barnes & Noble link on our advertiser page. Browse for books or even an ebook, DVDs, movies, music, games, gift cards, and more. Find the Barnes & Noble link on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page.
You're listening to CHSR Real Radio on the web.
Welcome back to Chicago. As a matter of fact, I have a Chicagoan on the show with me. I want to welcome back Mike McAleese. He's a massage therapist. He's the owner of the School of Holistic Massage and Reflexology. It's been a little over a year since Mike joined us on the Sports Doctor when we first started with Healthy Life. So, Mike, welcome to the Sports Doctor. Welcome back.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Bob. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm glad we have a chance to talk here because we know we have your big open house is coming up on the March 22nd on Sunday. It's going to be my pleasure to speak there to some of your guests and prospective students at the school in Downers Grove. So I thought we would start right off, Mike, a little bit about you as a massage therapist, reflexology, and the school, and how all this got started for you.
Well, I have been a state licensed massage therapist for about 24 years now. I've been in private practice for that amount of time. Full-time, about 20 years as a massage therapist. We opened the massage school in the year 2000, and we started off small with one student, and we've eventually grown over the years. So,
in Downers Grove, Illinois. Now, it's funny, we have on the Sports Doctors, Mike, and you and I, we probably first got together 15 years ago at an ice arena as we were both dealing with some of these hotshot young athletes and skaters. And, of course, again, my poster boy, Eric Lysacek, the 2010 men's Olympic gold medal figure skating champion who grew up with orthotics in the skate since he was 10 years old. We go back a long time. But we feature massage therapy a lot on the Sports Doctor, Mike. It's value in healing. It's value in stimulating recovery. You guys are at every race I see in triathlon. You guys are there. Talk about the value as you see it all these years, massage therapy, as it fits into sports medicine and all medicine.
Well, I believe the value of massage therapy is not only working with the soft tissue, but I feel like it's helping the client to move better, to breathe better, and to feel better about what they're doing. And when they're like that, when they're feeling better, they're going to perform a lot better. So as massage therapists, that's one of the things that we do to aid in their healing, aid in their recovery, and aid in actually their training, to help their training and for them to perform better.
Now, of course, the chiropractic profession probably has had massage therapy as part of what they do. We have a lot of chiropractic physicians on the Sports Doctor. They've had massage therapy as part of their repertoire for decades. Physical therapy also includes my friend Denise Provenzano. Zano Salons is featured, salon and spa massage therapy. So there's a huge variability of massage therapy, including every serious sports team, right?
Correct. I have a few friends who are actually massage therapists on some of the sports teams, and they really definitely help in aiding with the athlete.
Oh, I remember my old friend Michelle Montgomery, still floating around for years, massage therapist for Chicago Bulls in the Michael Jordan days. Again, at that time, I think the Bulls were one of the few teams to include massage therapy. Now, you include, of course, the science area of reflexology. Talk a little bit about the role of reflexology and what it is.
Reflexology, in a nutshell, it's acupressure done on the feet. The theory of reflexology is that there are pressure points that correspond to the different organs and systems of the body. And by working with the client by stimulating these reflex points, that area that's under discontent or discomfort will calm down, and if there's any natural healing that will happen, then it will happen.
Interesting. My first guest today, Dondi Dahlin, world famous in the whole area of energy medicine, and her mom, and that whole area. We're talking again about whether it was acupuncture or acupressure, soft tissue. An old friend of ours, my mentor in sports medicine, Bob Guida, the world famous kinesiotherapist, he was a soft tissue therapist from the first day I met him, when it came to working with these from superstars to grandmas, as I'd like to say, in the area of calming something down that was hurting, stimulating healing. All of these different areas is what you're talking about. What are some of the different areas that excite you about the school, Mike?
The different areas? Well, everything excites me about the school, Bob. We are going in a good direction with the teachers that we do have. I have to go back, and a lot of it has to do with the investment that the teachers have here.
Who are some of the teachers at the school, Mike? Who are they?
Our head instructor, her name is Sarah Eckstein. She's a phenomenal massage therapist. She really has a heart and soul for the client. She has a heart and soul for the business. And she brings that into the classroom. Our classes are small, so we're able to, definitely connect with each student in a personal way. We're all fully vested in the program.
Now, again, it's such a big area in all areas of medicine, and we've seen, the both of us over the years, general medicine really, really accept big time, advocate big-time soft tissue and massage therapy in all areas of medicine. How long is the protocol? How long does it take somebody to go through to become licensed as a massage therapist, Mike?
We have a one-year program, and we also have a 6-month fast-track program. The students need, in the state of Illinois, they need 600 hours of schooling. That's in the house or outside the brick and mortar, so to say. But we have a 6-month fast-track program. The students are here 3 days part-time, and then our regular one-year program, the students are here 2 days a week or 2 evenings a week, very part-time. Nobody has to quit a full-time job to go to school.
Oh, that's a nice additive that somebody can be able to mix in what they're presently doing, and then maybe do that, like you said, part-time, so they can continue to earn an income while they're going to school with any type of tuition. And again, like I mentioned previously, everybody listening to the Sports Doctor here on Sports Doctor Radio, HealthyLife.net, talking with Mike McAleese. He's the owner of the School of Holistic Massage Reflexology in Downers Grove, Illinois. He's also a licensed massage therapist, reflexology advocate, and practitioner for, a couple of different decades. Great example of the great guests here on the Sports Doctor. You can go to sportsdoctorradio.com and you can listen to a lot of past shows, read all the different articles. Michael, what's the website that people can go to find out more about the school?
Thanks, Bob. It's www.sohmar.com.
Okay. We're going to talk more about the school. We're going to talk more about the value of reflexology and massage therapy with Mike McAleese in a few minutes, everybody. We'll be right back. Hang on.
If you live in or near Aurora, Illinois, and are into sports, you cannot forget about your feet. There are complex motions that come into play, especially in sports. Visit the offices of sports podiatrist Robert Weil for free foot screenings and foot mechanics. He even offers prescription in-shoe orthotics, the major tool for treatment and prevention of foot-related ankle and leg problems, as well as in enhancing performance. Call Dr. Weil now and make an appointment for your free screening at 630-898-3505. Call 630-898-3505.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call earthchannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
Personal service, experienced sales team, and a huge selection go hand in hand with Mirabali Shoes. For 55 years, the Mirabali family has always delivered the finest in footwear and the highest level of service to its customers. From national designers to over 40 name brands, Mirabalis can offer many choices to fit your lifestyle. Our team is dedicated to ensuring you an exceptional fit and comfort by providing shoes in a wide range of sizes and widths. Visit Mirabali Shoes in Wheaton Town Square or on the corner of 144th Place and LaGrange Road in Orland Park. Or visit MirabaliShoes.com. MirabaliShoes.com.
Radio your way. HealthyLife.net.
Chicago. Welcome back to the Sports Doctor. I thought there was a little bit of other music playing. I got disoriented for a second here. We're talking to Mike McAleese. He's the owner the School of Holistic Massage and Reflexology. He's a certified massage therapist, reflexologist. The both of us have worked on who knows how many athletes over the past decade and a half. I wanted to talk, Mike, so many times I see you and your school at the Edwards Health and Fitness Indoor Triathlon, the fitness club at Glen Ellen. You've been, my kids grew up in Glen Ellen. You're on the Prairie Path working with the Glen Ellen Runners Club. Talk about some of the interaction you have with some of the runners and other clubs that you guys help by showing up.
Well, one of the things we do, especially with the Indoor Triathlon Series that you've seen us with, we're one of the sponsors of the MS, of that event. So our students it's been a win-win for the students for the last, I want to say, almost 15 years now. That's part of our outside-the-box type of clinics because there is instruction going on. So it's not always, it's a benefit for the students. It's a win-win for the students, and it's a win-win for the athletes. We've been with the Glen Ellen Running Club for, I don't know, almost 19 years now.
Yeah, our old friends at Dick Pond Shoes.
Well, that's going back.
Yeah, my daughter and Dick Pond's daughter grew up together years and years and years ago, the late, great Dick Pond. And what they do with so many of the different track teams and athletic teams that are involved with that. So your program is about a year, and you're going to have an open house on the 22nd of March. Some of your graduates going to be there, Michael, and some of the other. What's your the modus operandi for your open house on the 22nd of March?
Well, the open house is basically for people who are interested in reflexology or a massage program, learning it, number one, and to talk to them about our fantastic six-month program. Our year program is outstanding. Our graduates, I want to say the last 3 years, 100% of them have passed the state test on the first go-around.
It would seem, Michael, there's a lot of opportunity, between the spa. I know I was calling you to see, Xano was looking for somebody, massage therapy, but in the areas of, again, chiropractic offices, and then there are these big groups like Massage Envy and some of these others. How do you look at that area of opportunity for your students?
Well, the things that we do, the protocols that we have go with the students, what they learn, they can fit in any situation from a Massage Envy to a chiropractic clinic to a wellness center. They're fully aware of what to do and what not to do when they're there. Our instruction, that's why our classes are small enough to where we give them that full range of what they need to know, from working with people who are living with cancer to the athlete. So our students, our grad students, they're all over the place at different. Some have their own businesses, which I really would rather see them do, but they can fit in anywhere, and they're usually the top.
How many students have been through your program in these? When did you open? The year 2000? We
opened as a state vocational school in the year 2000. I believe we've had maybe a few hundred students come through the program.
Wow, yes, and I would think that coaches and schools and teams and whatever all are very, very interested in what you do, because there's not a one of them that doesn't involve massage therapy in one shape or form. And you're in Downers Grove, Illinois. What's the website again that people could find out more about you and the school?
It's www.sohmar.com. And I'm also on Facebook, too. They can follow the school on Facebook, too.
Okay, and again, you bring in the whole idea, great education. You probably have lots of different individuals. I'm excited myself to be speaking to some of your students or prospective students or graduates on the 22nd. You've got a lot of different teachers, guest lecturers coming in. I mean, you're a movement specialist also, aren't you?
Correct, I am. The last few years, I actually went back to school and got my certificate in something called Integrative Movement Specialties. It's just helping people move better and to breathe better.
This is, again, we've got a whole concern with our senior population with preventing falling, with people being more balanced or stable. So, again, movement means as much to your great-grandfather as it does to a high-performance athlete when it comes to control of the movement, control of the body. True?
Correct. Motion is lotion. Yeah.
That's probably make a song to that we could both sing along with the foot bones connected to the ankle bones connected to the leg bone.
Yeah, we could.
Going from the bottom, going up from the bottom into the top. Everybody who does, can they split the program? Does every massage therapist might become reflexology? Is that the combination degree?
No, they don't have to, but some do, which is fine. I don't push for that fact. But if a massage student wants to take reflexology, then that's a separate course. And sometimes people who come to school just to learn reflexology, they will transfer into our massage therapy program.
And I would think, yeah, reflexology is still an area that a lot of people haven't really heard about. They really don't know very, very much about it compared to the notoriety of massage therapy and its inclusion in one regard or another. So the reduction of stress. Everybody who's running like crazy, parents, and one thing or another, whether it's looking to sleep better, reduce stress, how often do you recommend an active individual include massage therapy to their world?
In a real world, about every other week. You know, from either a half hour to an hour session.
So a couple of times a month makes real sense when it comes to good health. I think more and more physicians are tuning into that, wouldn't you say, Mike?
I think so, too. I think they are. They're starting to buy into it. They're starting to see that when their clients or their patients, more or less, they see a massage therapist, and all of a sudden they're like, wow, you're actually getting better. I think massage therapists, we spend more time, actually, with clients than a lot of big clinics, big doctor clinics. I'm going to probably get
I think that's, again, kudos to the chiropractic profession who, both in the areas of nutrition, sometimes supplementation, the value of exercise, working out, the area of massage therapy. We have to say chiropractic medicine, natural medicine, has been ahead of the game from a lot of our MDs for a lot of years as far as including some of these different holistic parts of complementary medicine.
Correct. I agree with you 100%. A good friend of mine is a chiropractor here in town in Downers Grove, and we were together for quite a few years, and boy, did we make a difference in the community.
Who's that?
His name is Todd Bowers. He's
yeah, we know of him, yes. Another one of the excellent chiropractic physicians. Definitely a great marriage. What are the age groups, male-female population? Is it about even in massage therapy, Mike?
I would hope that it would be even, but I think it's more female than male. The male population in the massage therapy world is starting to grow. Just the clients and people who are looking to get a massage, they have to get past that. I don't want to be touched by a man, but once they got massaged, when they receive a real good massage, then you know, it's just equal then.
Now, not necessary, right?
Pardon me?
College degree not necessary.
No, a college degree is not necessary. In order to
all right, Michael, we're about out of time. Give me the website one more time for the school, please.
It's www.somar.com.
Okay, we'll look forward to seeing everybody. They show up on the March 22nd at the open house. Hey, Mike McAleese, thanks so much. You were great. Look forward to having you back. Everybody, we will be right back.
Thanks, Bob.
New Balance Naperville is calling on you to be unstoppable. That means realizing your goals no matter what's in the forecast because the conditions are always favorable. Being unstoppable means you continue to run or walk to meet your fitness goals. Discover the technology that can't be denied with the 1765 walking shoe or the cushioned 1080V5 running shoe. Then get out there and be unstoppable. Stop by New Balance Naperville today on the northwest corner of Route 59 and 95th Street in the Jewel Osco Shopping Center, or visit newbalance.com. newbalance.com.
Let's face it, we're all looking for great products at a great price because it's just a good way to shop and get the most value from your money. Here at HealthyLife.net Radio, we do that too, and we do it for you. You won't find advertisers or affiliates that are not in line with our vision of bringing people a positive, happy, and healthy life. Although many advertisers come to us, few are chosen. Our advertisers are hand-picked and specially selected to support our vision and give you great products at a fair price. So the next time you're looking to buy a product or service, check out HealthyLife.net's advertiser page. Click through to our advertiser partner sites. You'll be glad you did, and so will we, because you'll help support HealthyLife.net, and we can keep our positive programs coming to you 24/7. That's HealthyLife.net's advertiser page. Do us a favor. Visit soon and often. It's a win-win-win situation for you, our advertisers, and HealthyLife.net. Just do it. HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
The Sports Doctor is in. Visit SportsDoctorRadio.com. Get lots of useful information from Dr. Robert Weil, DPM. You can listen to over 3 years of past radio shows, including a series on childhood obesity. Plus, you can read many articles on many topics, all on SportsDoctorRadio.com. Dr. Robert Weil has worked with Olympic gold medalist figure skating champion Evan Lysacek and 4-time IHSA state tennis champion, UCLA player Liz Lumpkin, and many top volleyball players at Sports Performance in Aurora, Illinois. Visit SportsDoctorRadio.com now.
HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to sunny Chicago and the Sports Doctors In segment, when we answer some emails. We talk about the upcoming guests over the next couple of weeks. We mix in a little bit of what might be going on or what might not. Again, 2 great guests today in the area of energy medicine, massage therapy. As always, I want to thank my longtime exclusive podiatric lab, Burns Lab, our new sponsor, Mirabali Shoes. Welcome to the mix. As always, thank you, New Balance Naperville, Fabrifoam products, and their famous, fabulous Pronation Spring Control. Can't tell you how many dancers and gymnasts those have saved. Upcoming shows next week. A guest I've had on, I'll bet you a dozen times over the past dozen years on the Sports Doctor. Golf physical therapist guru, Paul Calloway, and Calloway Golf Fitness from my neck of the woods will be joining us. Also, Dr. Don LaBelle and his book, Bite Back, The Whole World of Lyme Disease, will be joining us. That nightmare information the following week. Speaking of Mirabali Shoes, Perry Mirabali, one of the brothers, will be joining me. He's on the national board with New Balance. We're going to talk some shoes with Perry. Also, Josh Kaplan and the Tea of People. We're going to be talking about the value of all the different teas, and their value is really something everybody wants to pay attention to. On April Fool's Day, my old friend, previous guest, Mike Riggs, sports psychologist, and his different methods of high performance, joining us from Colorado. Also returning guest, wealth and fitness guru, author Dr. Lori Shemick on the April Fool's Day show. So check us out. Some emails. Nick, he said, I want to know your thoughts on these high-intensity training programs, things like CrossFit or Insanity, Body Beast. Nick, it's a good question. It was one of the feature front page articles in Low Extremity Review, LER, the magazine. We've had Rich Dubin on, their publisher. We've had Jordana Foster, their editor, on a couple of different times on the Sports Doctor. There's concern of overdoing it, of overkill with some of this high-intensity stuff. I remember first watching some of the competitions in CrossFit, and I was alarmed at how aggressive this is. And sometimes these DVDs and home programs also can be too aggressive, too much jumping, too much flying around. Not that they don't have some area and some value. So we tell people, if you'll graduate into the program gradually, if you're not having joint problems, foot problems, knee problems, other kinds of concerns, and then we can look at something like this home programs have been around forever. It's this new interval high intensity. You know, my famous friend, sports medicine guru Bob Guida, he'll be joining us in the next couple of months. I've spent 30 years with Bob. His PHA, constant movement, peripheral heart action training, the idea of circuit training and keeping the body moving, going from one exercise to another, can be vigorous, can be too aggressive. So we would want to pay attention to those kinds of factors. Make sure you're ready for those kinds of programs. Make sure you are gradual in your introduction of them. Barbara, why so many kids overuse injuries? Great question, Barb. We talk about it all the time on the Sports Doctor, whether we're talking about parenting the child athlete, whether we're talking about young athletes, one sport or many, the area of specialization, where we've got concerns of overuse, repetitive motion injuries as children, and they are children, growing bodies, take on more seriously sports. I call them the prodigy sports. There's a lot of them, whether it's soccer, whether it's ballet, figure skating, gymnastics, tennis, where you have adolescents and younger playing every day the same sport. So we're concerned about that being a whole category by itself, as well as the intensity, the stress of some of the sports as younger and younger. I mean, come on, it's a 2-week TV extravaganza ESPN televises, the Little League World Series, where you have big-time pressure. So if you are a parent of a youngster who's serious about their sports, then you want to pay attention to whether it's the mental side of things. Let's not get too crazy. Let's not be a dance mom or dad. Don't be a critic. To the physical side of things, which is your boy or girl in the right shoe? Are they doing the right kind of strengthening and training to be ready for the type of sport they play? And are you paying attention to overuse injuries and the area of preventing them? The foot affects everything else. So if we've got low extremity problems, low back, hips, knees that are persistent, include paying attention to that area. Thomas, my son's 15, he plays basketball, he has persistent turf toe. What is turf toe? In the old days when there was the old Astrodome, artificial surface is still around. Sometimes the playing surface is almost like flypaper. You stick to it. And now it's become almost a category of any kind of big toe sprain or strain where the toe is either bent over, it's hyperextended back, where we aggravate that area. When it's persistent, we have to pay attention to the what are called sesamoid bones, the two movable bones under the big toe joint. They can be susceptible to injury. You said persistent. Pay attention to orthotics. See a good sports podiatrist. Many times knowing what's the best shoe, how to deal with this, what kind of rehab. The role of orthotics can be very, very helpful in preventing trouble as well as enhancing performance. Tim says a good mixture for a workout for adults. We hear a lot about aerobics, anaerobics. Walking is a great addition. Mixing in some strength training where you can be using weights, you could be using machines every other day or a couple of days a week, so-called anaerobic exercise mixed in with an aerobic component, whether it's swimming, whether you do cycling or stationary bike, whether you're a walker, whether you like jogging, where you are moving and getting the heart and lungs to work. Very, very important. Hard to beat walking as one of the safest, most relevant physical activities that we would want to mix in. And again, you then can mix in other proponents, whether it happens to be yoga, whether it happens to be strength training with weights, whether it happens to be going to a gym and having a personal trainer. But you need to be educated with understanding what's your history medically. Do you have a history of joint problems? Those things should be looked at or addressed. Are you in the best shoe for what you're doing? Do you have a history of foot problems, for example? If you've had injuries, those type of things. So, again, mixing these components, give yourself a couple of days off a week. You don't need to be training every day. Overuse injury is a big deal. Again, everybody, thanks so much for listening to the Sports Doctor. Looking forward to catching you guys next week. Dr. Bob Weil here. Thanks, everybody. See you then.
personal service, experienced sales team, and a huge selection go hand in hand with Mirabali Shoes. For 55 years, the Mirabali family has always delivered the finest in footwear and the highest level of service to its customers. From national designers to over 40 name brands, Mirabali's can offer many choices to fit your lifestyle. Our team is dedicated to ensuring you an exceptional fit and comfort by providing shoes in a wide range of sizes and widths. Visit Mirabali Shoes in Wheaton Town Square or on the corner of 144th Place and LaGrange Road in Orland Park. Or visit MirabaliShoes.com. MirabaliShoes.com.
The Sports Doctor is in. Visit SportsDoctorRadio.com. Get lots of useful information from Dr. Robert Weil, DPM. You can listen to over 3 years of past radio shows, including a series on childhood obesity. Plus, you can read many articles on many topics, all on SportsDoctorRadio.com. Dr. Robert Weil has worked with Olympic gold medalist figure skating champion Evan Lysacek and four-time IHSA state tennis champion UCLA player Liz Lumpkin and many top volleyball players at Sports Performance in Aurora, Illinois. Visit SportsDoctorRadio.com now.
You're listening to CHSR Real Radio on the web.